So I feel like there's some issues with every single online dueling application. I'll kind of go through them quickly here and then explain why I'm planning Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2, despite it also having problems. So Dueling Book is one that I used for quite a while, which for the most part I was a fan of. However, it turned out to be way too boring and slow, that's for sure. Although I think we're going to quickly figure out here why Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2 is not good. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 1 and Dev Pro both have not updated with link summoning outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Dawn of the New Era, but that leaked a bunch of information from people, or that's what I heard at least. That's what they were talking about on Davinator's last stream. However, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2 is not without its faults. The main problem here is that, for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to update the ban list. I've updated it a few times, and the ban list selector will not work, basically. It has I think the most updated one is like the world's ban list, and it has like the OCG list and the TCG list from like June and July, but it's not updated for right now, which means that we're playing with... That was your turn? Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of turn was that? I just assumed this guy was playing with like old banless dinosaurs. Like, why was that? Why wouldn't he just add Miscellaneousaurus? Maybe he is just playing new formats. I don't know. But we're playing frogs with Frog the Jam. In new format, this is meant to be used with Rescue Rabbit, which we are still playing in this deck, but it's only a one of, because we only have one, where in actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Rescue Rabbit would be 3 of... Wait, what? Oh, I don't know why I was telling me to select that. Rescue Rabbit should be a 3 of. Same with Frog the Jam. And then you can play Unexpected Die, which is kind of cool. The problem is right now, it's sort of like playing 1 Brilliant Fusion with 3 Garnets, basically. Luckily, Frog the Jam is a little more useful than Garnet. As you can see right there, like, it actually was pretty good that I had that. As opposed to like just a normal trap card like conventional build would. I'll probably talk about this deck more in the future because I actually do plan on taking this to a regional. There's a regional on October 7th, which would be, I think, a prime time to play this deck. It's before the Spiral card ruins the game with Links, the Link Spiral card specifically. So it's before that happens, so that's good. And it's also before YCS Dallas. I don't think I'll be playing this deck at Dallas, but I figured, I don't know, I'll take it to a regional. So I wanted to test it at least, and I think for what it's worth, and this is like a terrible way to go about things, but for what it's worth, if this deck is halfway successful with 3 Frog the Jam and 1 Rescue Rabbit, it could only be exponentially more successful as we like get things off the ban list. So like it's more successful if it's 3 Rescue Rabbit. It's more successful if it's not playing against full powered dinos. It's more successful if it doesn't have to deal with Draco cards. It's like there's all these different factors that like when they add up, it becomes fairly successful, I think, at least. So I'm trying it out. I'm assuming by that opening play, our opponent is playing the updated ban list. I would assume that most people would just want to play with the most recent ban list. Ooh, he's activating that. I think if we strike that, we win. That would tell me that he has Baby Ceratosaurus and another copy of that. Possibly, I guess he could have Megalo Smasher. But I think that usually when you strike those guys, it's like game. Because now, like, do I even want to Ash that? I kind of just want to... I mean, what? I'll Ash. Like, maybe he has Diagram and then I can pop it. He'd have to have, like, 2 diagrams for the Ash to be bad right here. Well, no, he'd have to actually have way more because I can just negate Diagram with Toad. I think he's just in a rough spot. He has Baby Ceratosaurus. He has the big Conductor that he can't actually summon. If he does summon another dinosaur, I'm just going to Toad it, so then I have it, so he has it out of the graveyard. Well, unless he does that. Although at this point, banishing both of those for Conductor is, like, pretty bad. I think he has to do it, but that doesn't mean that it's not bad, basically. That makes sense. Yeah. So like he still has to do it. It just is like not particularly good. The problem here is that so he can attack dupe. I don't actually care about that. Although maybe I do care about that. Why don't I just do this and steal it? Who cares? It seems pretty straightforward to just take it. I think I just win now. Man, frogs are so cool. One of the reasons I like frogs is because they just have so much momentum. I always talk about momentum, it feels like, in duel videos. And it's because I really do feel like... Oh, he left the game. Nice. Easy peasy. We'll play another one. I do feel like momentum is like one of the most important parts of a deck to be good. If you think of like the zoo openings, I talked about this in a couple videos ago. Think about the zoo openings. They're not even like that powerful. It's just like a Regeki break with a DD Warrior Lady effect. The reason that those were so powerful was not because of how the actual board looked, but it was because you could make that board every single turn with no drawback, and that was really good. Oh man, look at this open. Oh, we're going second. Fuck. Never mind. Look how good this hand was going first, though. Chaos Zone. What the fuck? That's crazy. Chaos Zone's really cool, actually. I used to play that in... It was like this really bad Chaos deck with Necroface. Looks like he's going to do that. If he has Gold Sark, we're going to like... I don't want to say we're going to... Oh, no. What's happening? We're not going to just lose here right away, but we might be in for some trouble. Depending on what he banishes... Depending on what cards he's playing, this could end up being pretty rough for us because he's going to gain a lot of life points. All right. Oh my god, he hit the second Necroface. What are the odds? Jeez. Do we still have one of the... Oh, sweet. We have all the Frog the Jams left in deck, so we can still Unexpected die. One card that I was thinking about playing this deck, I don't know if it's worth maining or siding. Psyframe Gear Gamma is quite appealing. So obviously it's really good if you have Rescue Rabbit and they ash it. It's basically just a counter to ash. So if you summon Rescue Rabbit, banish it for its fact they ash, you Psyframe Gamma, you can then make Omega and Totally Awesome, which your opponent basically can't win with because you Omega the card out of their hand before you make the Toad, and then they start their turn with 5 cards to your... Or they start their turn with 4 cards, and then you have a Totally Awesome, which gets you a Dupe Frog, which just spirals out of control. However, it's really bad if you go second, I think. Well, I mean, it's not always bad if you go second, but it's pretty bad if you go second. And it's also another card that adds like a Garnet to your deck, because you have to play the Psyframe guy. However, well, and it's also bad with Desires, because if you banish the 1 Garnet, it's like totally screws you over. Whereas if you Desires and you banish Frog the Jam, like... It's not great, but it's not like terrible. Fuck, he hit the Unexpected die. That's pretty good. Oh, I also don't think we can win anymore because he has like 1,000 cards at his disposal. Where did this go wrong? Oh, the Miracle Dig. I didn't even notice the Miracle Dig. That's rough. I don't think we actually have a comeback. I'll try. We could draw like Subfrog. Well, he has like... He'll have 2 Omegas coming back. This is looking pretty rough, I'll be honest. And he has Giant Rex. What a champion. I'm not even mad about losing to this. Sometimes you just play decks and you're not. Like, if he summoned Green Magi Garza, I would be like, okay. Oh my god. We're going to lose here anyway, but I really wanted Desires just to give him like 5 bajillion life points. Then we'll quit and play a different round. But I really do want to see him gain like 5 bajillion life points with Desires. I think it'd be great fun. I mean, is this still winnable? I don't think so. Because the problem is he has multiple Omegas coming back. I think it's still winnable if we... this is risky. I think we need this Paleo, so I think I have to set it and hope he doesn't just activate Omega right there and hit the Desire. He'd have to activate the Omega and hit the Desires. Anyway, let's play a different round here. System tip. In the great words of Crimson Drake, when all else fails, play Dimensional Barrier. Wow, Crimson Drake really knows what's up. I think I should play Kaijus. Alright, here's some frogs. Here is some frogs. This might look really good. This would be really good with the old ruling with Swap Frog. Or if Frog the Jam's name actually was Frog. If it actually was a frog, this hand would be pretty decent. But as it stands, this hand doesn't really do a lot. It's basically the same hand as opening Swap Frog, any water. Yeah. Wait a second. It's letting me special summon a second time? You're not supposed to be able to do that, by the way. I won't cheat. Because, I mean, if we cheated, we could make Mr. Boy totally awesome. But I'm not going to cheat. So, I mean, his hand isn't like necessarily bad because we don't do that. It's just like, yeah. So you're not supposed to be with the problem-solving card decks of Swap Frog. You are definitely not supposed to be able to special summon it twice because you can only gain the normal summon once per turn. So, I'm sure y'all knew that. Was Opabania the right play there? Maybe. Probably not. It seems alright. We don't really have, I don't know. Maybe Opabania for Dino Miscus was pretty good. I don't know. Totally Awesome is such a great card. It's just so cool. It's like, you put it on the board. It gets so much value. It's so much value out of one card. Twin Twisters. Ice Bear. I kind of want the Floodgate Trap Hole. I kind of want to negate that. Then we get rid of the Toad. Oh, man. I want to do it. I want that. I want the Floodgate Trap Pool. Should I add our boy back? Should I add Frog the Jam back to them? Probably not. I should probably just add good cards. Was this gonna... I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have attributed this stuff. Probably would have been better attributed stuff in hand. Now that I think about it. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, what's like the worst thing that Ice Barriers could do? Faced by Ice Bear monsters cannot be targeted by effects of your opponent's effect. That seems pretty bad. Why do I care about that? What's he gonna do with that? There's like that Prior card. There's like 3 good Ice Barrier main deck monsters. Yeah, this is like one of them. What's it called? It is called Prior. So that's one of them. So when he summons the good one, we're gonna Floodgate it. It's like that one, and then Strategist, I think. That the whatever one like discards an Ice Barrier to draw a card. Wow. I did not prepare for that. Oh, he's just gonna Toad. That's unfortunate. The problem here is that I definitely should have just tributed a guy in hand, because then I could have crashed Toads. So the real question here, and I think what this is going to come down to, is whether or not he plays Dupe Frog. If he plays Dupe Frog, I think we just lose. Maybe not. I think we do, though. But if he doesn't play Dupe Frog, I think this is, like, sort of winnable. Yeah, no, it's definitely very winnable if he doesn't play Dupe Frog. So hopefully he doesn't. I think what's happening now is he's realizing that, yeah, so what he realized when he did that is that, so Totally Awesome doesn't tribute for its effect, it sends. So I think he thought he could get rid of the face down card. And if it said it tributed, that would actually be true, but it didn't. So he basically just got baited. But I think a lot of people think that totally awesome tributes, but probably not a lot of people. I'll be honest. I don't think a lot of people think that. I think that there are people out there that maybe haven't read it. So I don't necessarily think he's like stupid for doing that. He probably just didn't realize that that's how it worked. Which is whatever. Man, we have like a lot of plays here. Paleozoics are actually, well, frogs are actually really good at a breakthrough skill. Alright. Seems fair. Does that make a difference? No. It does not make a difference because we just normal summon this one instead of Rodentonen. We wouldn't. There was nothing we could do that turn to make more than Master Boy. Well, it's Mistar Boy in English, but there's nothing more we could have done than make this and then rank 2. So it actually doesn't affect us too much. So if I get rid of both of those... Oh, I guess it did affect us, because we could have made Proxy Dragon then. Yeah. Yeah. It's whatever. You win some, you lose some. Does Toad secure the win? Is Opabania better? I think Toad's better, because it actually does damage. I guess. Because he just has the prior dude. So he just summons it, we book it, and then we win. Nice. Man, in Zoo in particular, the boost from Mrs. Radiant didn't really matter too much. I mean, it was like good, but it didn't matter too much. But in this deck, man, that's like totally awesome at 2700 attack is pretty dumb, as well as 2500 defense Dupe Frog, pretty silly. I also thought, and maybe this is bad, but I mean, we're just kind of making some theory here, but I really have considered Pot of I can't pronounce the card. It's impossible. You know what I'm talking about, though. Maybe, hopefully, the Pot of Acquitativeness thing. Why can I not pronounce that? I'm having so much trouble. That's gonna be like the new Dzeeff meme. Yeah, I can't pronounce that card, but it's actually really good in this deck. Well, theoretically, it's good because you can shuffle back. Like, right here, if you shuffle back 2 Dupe Frogs and Swap Frog, that's pretty insane. But then it's like, is Burial from a Different Dimension better? Because Burial would also be really good right here. Arguably better. It's like the other one, the Pot card. That one's better for Toad, but Burial from a Different Dimension is much better for... whatchamacallit. Should have made Swap Frog. I don't know why I didn't. Should have special Swap Frog there. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're just going to win anyway. But Burial is better for Rodentoden, which is, I mean, a pretty important card. But the Pot card is a lot better for Toad. I think now we make this. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I keep doing that. You need a trap underneath it. Oh, it's rough. I gotta remember that. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Can you at least activate? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's rough. We'll just pretend like that didn't happen. I have to remember that there has to be a trap underneath it for it to do something. We'll just call that a defensive play. God, that was bad. This is why we play on why we test the decks before we take them to events, so that I don't just completely fuck that up. I mean, we still get the downer, I guess. It's like, I'll admit that was pretty bad. That was like pretty bad. Why does that guy get a boost? Is that a glitch? Why was Downer getting a boost? 600? Oh, because it has 3 materials. I was like, where's the extra 200 coming from? Okay, because that's 3. Well, that'll probably be it for this gameplay. I do think that this deck's cool. I will probably play it at a regional just for the memes. I love Frog the Jam so much that it's such a great card. Look at him. Not Slimetoad, though. Slimetoad's fucking stupid. But Frog the Jam, pretty great. Anyway, though, hopefully you enjoyed the duel video and the memes that are always bound to happen on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2 without the new ban list. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.